Good evening and welcome to Benchmonster TV.
I'm Ashley Lynn Condre.
Benchmonster. Me. The one, the only.
Face.
Well, you gotta watch those guns when I'm flexing around here. Been working on them lately. Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Thursday.
There we got a few more people.
And June will be here very soon. Wow. Half the year gone.
It's crazy.
We had a contest this past weekend. We had a USPF meet at our gym. And
Bench only.
Bench only. And I've been to a few meets in my life. And I was impressed. The judging was good. What else? The environment, the time it took to put on the meet. And everybody seemed happy. Everybody left happy. Everybody did very well. We saw a lot of great lifts, and we're going to showcase some of those. I had to search them down and find them, and I might be a few kilos or pounds off of some people's weights because, I'm trying to look at the reds and the yellow and the little black. The clip is 5 pounds. It's just, I'm doing my best. I might be a few pounds off, but you get the hint. And I had a good time there. It was impressive, and I think the fact that everybody left happy, it sets us up for having another one in the fall. Mm-hmm. And if anybody lives in the vicinity, close to this area, and you like the bench press, raw, shirted, single ply, double ply, multi-ply, then you should come out and give it a whirl. Mm-hmm. It's fun. And I definitely want to do it again because that gives the Benchmonster crew, these people, something to train for. When you have nothing to train for, like a contest anywhere, you don't really push as hard. I wish there was about 3 meets here a year. Myself.
Used to be.
Spread out.
We used to have 4.
Yeah, used to have 4, but, if we can get 2 at least, we'll have, we'll build a clientele and we'll build it up. And if I fall into any money anytime soon, I will put up some prize money for biggest raw bench, biggest shirted bench. But I got to fall into that money first. So, you did not submit any videos this week. Why not?
I did not.
You what?
Because I've been injured, so I haven't done anything.
Injured. You got a rib out. Why don't you talk about it for a second?
Well, we did that. I talked about it last week.
Yeah, you're in pain. I haven't seen you grab it and complain anytime soon. Is it getting better?
Yeah, but I also haven't deadlifted this week.
Well, you can't do things that are going to irritate it. You got to listen to your body. I tell people this all the time.
We've been doing lower body, and then tomorrow's my next deadlift day, but we're going to work all the muscles of the deadlift without actually
Thursday?
Tomorrow's Friday.
Oh. I'm off a little bit this week.
So I'm gonna work all the muscles incorporated in the deadlift. But
not the actual deadlift.
And all that, but I'm not. Oh, wait.
You'll figure it out.
And then I'm going to try to deadlift on Monday.
Okay.
Or whenever the next deadlift day is.
Well, just remember, if you're
he's
doing
going to help me deadlift 135 and see how that feels.
Yeah. Because you wake that thing up and continue to wake that thing up, you're not going to get any better.
Well, I made it way worse that day when I did the wagon wheels for a double at 425.
And it made it worse.
And then went right over off the floor when it was already dying, and I pulled 425 off the floor and made it way worse.
Nah, not good. Yeah, don't do that again.
I definitely did way more damage.
It's not like you have a contest coming up anytime soon. Why don't you just train and,
Because I want to have a competition.
Build some muscle or something. Stay away from those all-out singles right now. I don't think they're that good for you.
It wasn't an all-out single.
425?
No. It's not an all-out
Pretty close, though.
it's towards my max.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, you can do what you want to do because I know you're macho gracho.
Well, I shouldn't have done that, but yeah. I was excited that it was on my program and wanted to do it.
Okay.
I was like, if I can pull it with this crazy sharp pain, I can pull it on my deathbed.
Yeah, you may have a rib out though. That's what I heard, like detached or.
That's what you thought, but
you never know with you. You got weird injuries when it comes to things. You thought you had a rib out that one time, and
he is the same person that thought there was a rib out last time.
And they had to go in and screw the hole in your skull bigger. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible. Anyway, so we'll keep you updated on that.
Something like that.
I went and I looked for some videos. Definitely. Aside from all.
Yes, I'm done.
Yeah, you're done.
You're the one that asked me to talk about it. And
no,
I'm
we're
trying
done.
To talk about
we're done about it.
Okay. I guess I'm done.
And I found a few.
Let you know how it's doing next week.
I wanted to
hopefully.
highlight the contest lifters here.
I'm
I think
done.
that's more important.
Over here.
Go to bed.
Well, I guess I might as well.
Wow.
If I'm gonna be shot down trying to talk.
Well, you did. You served your purpose, okay, and you did good, and I'm proud of you. Anyway, let's get to some contest lifts here. We bragged about it. We talked about it. Let's see what happened here, and I'll talk about myself later if there's anything to say.
Nobody fucking cares.
Nobody cares. Okay. This is in no particular order. I was just getting these videos in, and the only order that I really have is certain lifters that got their first, second, and then tried a third attempt. Whether they missed it or made it, I posted that. So first up is Stephen Green. He's from the coast over there in Seaside, or what's that over there? Where Don Bell lives. Over there, Washington coast over there, Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
Yeah, he's a great lifter. He lifts in a 2-ply Titan.
I thought it was single ply.
Was it single?
I thought it was single ply.
I thought it was a 2-ply. I don't know anything. I didn't go
could
check
be
his
wrong,
shirt.
but I thought he was.
He might be single ply. Anyway, he showed up, and this is one of his biggest lifts he got. I have 655 written down. It might be 661.
I thought it was 600.
No, I added the weights up. So
You sure?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
'Cause I thought he said that.
I sat here and tried to count weights.
Okay.
And I came
Well,
up with
good for
six
him, 'cause
something.
I thought he told me if he got six. Okay.
Yeah, let's I think I got to put a backing up for Stefan.
Disregard.
Let's check it out here.
It's probably.
Or was it 600? I don't frickin' know.
Posted it.
I might be
I'm
wrong,
gonna
but
see if I can find
see
it.
if you can find it real quick.
Because he probably posted.
Maybe it was 600. I just don't have the number.
I told you.
What is it? 600 people got the number wrong. I do that
Told
once in a while.
you.
Anyway, he's still lifting a single ply here, 600 pounds, weighing about 242. And he put that up, locked it out. Made it look easy. Good job, Stefan.
Nice work, Stefan.
I don't know where I came up with 655.
I told you because I talked to him and he said that he.
I counted somebody
so
else's
if
weight.
he got 600 that day, that's what he was going for.
Stare it. You know what he got? 457. And that might be wrong too. This is hard for me. I do the best I can. If you can find Stare, I don't think he posts on social media.
Yeah, he might not.
I got 457 raw written down here. Let's check out Starrett. 385, and there's like 50, and
I'm not sure how to say his name or spell his name.
maybe 460. I don't know. He's a great lifter, great raw lifter. Very strong.
Very strong.
And he got some white lights. Hell yeah. Good job. Like I said, that might be a few pounds more or less. I know it's kind of a shit show here, but
Can't remember.
doing the best I can. Now, I know Jose Mendoza got 457 because I handed off to him. He went 457, and he tried 474 in a second, and like a fluke, it came 5 inches, 6 inches off his chest and froze. And we had Jose on point to lift 500 pounds, but when you watch the max effort video, which occurred Tuesday, 3 days after this meet, he showcased why he's a 500 raw bencher. But it didn't happen at the meet. You know, shit happens. Apparently, he warmed up too early and sat around for 20 minutes because we had a 20-minute intermission between the first flight and second, so the shirty guys could warm up. But no excuses. He went out there and did the best he could. It didn't happen, but he Tuesday, you'll see on max effort. You'll enjoy this. Let's check out his 457. Well, I didn't hand off. I'm standing there. Yeah, he looked really good on his opener. And I thought, the next lift, but you know what? It didn't happen, and he tried it twice, and so we'll get it the next one. You can get it in the gym is great, but you got to get it on the platform. Ryan Hines, he opened with a 457 raw, weighing 295, I think. We're going to see his 457. We're going to see his 479, and then a 500 attempt. So let's, these all require backing, so I'm just going to bounce through them with this black thing up for you. And let's check out his 457. This was strong. There's me handing off. And this is a good one. Good opener. Straight up, good. Got some speed there. Let's check out 479 now. This is a good jump. You got to wait for a start, a press, and a rack command. That was good. Now the 500, I told him after he missed this, he rushed the platform, crowd screaming, and he needed to slow down and turn it down to about 2 decibels because he takes the hand off very wildly. He's not set up. He's not tight. And it was just a rush job because the crowd was screaming. And when I handed it off and I saw his arms shake like that and his body was still moving, he wasn't tight.
I thought he was going to grind it up, though.
He usually grinds it up, but I just think he rushed it. You know, had that crowd was screaming, and he kind of let that, you know, amplify him a little too high. But he'll get it next time.
Yeah, I thought it was going.
If he would have slowed down and maintained, you know, upper back tightness, it's hard. Get excited.
Crowd's going.
BJ Dirk was
Super
lifting.
excited.
He was planning on breaking his own record, which was 9:53. I think he went 9. This is kind of weird. I don't agree with this jump, but he went 8:25 opener and then jumped right to 9:55. That's a big jump, and I didn't like it. I didn't say nothing because maybe he'll get it, and I just thought that was a little touch much. Let's check out his 8:25 opener. That's very easy for him. I think he's wearing a triple ply shirt. I'm setting the shirt right there. Doing a 3-man handoff. We get him out. I get the hell out of the way so he can get that start command. And he has no problem with this. But that big jump to 9:55 didn't go. And that's all right. He'll get it next time. He kind of tweaked his elbow, and he thought he broke his hand actually too. Which
he thought he broke it.
Yeah, right here. He said when he tried he tried it twice, 9:55, and the first one he felt the pop in his elbow, and then the side of his hand here. He was like putting it in the ice chest, but he's all right. He'll live to fight another day. Evan Arthur, very impressive individual. He showed up. I got both his attempts here because I got him off the internet, so there's no guessing on the weight here. We're going to see him, he weighed in at 242, I believe. Strong man here. He's from Kellogg, Idaho, I believe. We're going to see him do 832 opener and an 870. I need a backing for Evan. All these videos are kind of cropped weird, and they don't fit into the system here. So here's 832. I was impressed. I stood and watched this guy. Like, this guy lifts good. I think he's got 900 in him. I mean, that's very easy right there.
Oh, yeah. That was real easy.
Yeah, he's happy with that.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see 870. He kind of gets his hands out by himself. I think he could have a little tighter shirt. Just an observation. 870 at 242. He's got that shirt down. He's got great tricep power too. That's locked right there. Rack that shit. Good job, Evan. Okay, well, that was impressive. Next up, Dan Logman in the house here. He opened with 716 and hit his 800. What do I got here? I got both of them. And apparently they need backings.
Yeah.
Let's go here and find Logman. We're going to see a 716 speed bench here. Dan had a great training cycle. He handled 800 and 830s and 50s in training, acclimating his body to the weight, and it paid off at the meet. Speed bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight line too.
Easy.
That's good stuff.
Easy.
We're going to take a look at his 800 here, and I got to put an image up for that. A lot of people on deck here. You can never have enough spotters because when that weight comes down and does its weird stuff, it's crazy. It's fast. And he puts this up. He wanted this, and he got it. And probably had a little bit more in the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 10 or 15, 20 more pounds in him. That's good. He wanted it. He got it.
Awesome.
Now we're going to move on to 850 for Dan. Yeah, 850 is the next stop.
Yeah.
And then 900, and then 950, then a grand. We're going to move on to some other lifts now because I don't have any more from the contest. I thought I did my best. Tried. I wasn't able to video. I was running around spotting and handling, and
I videoed him.
I know you did.
And but I videoed him from Heinz's phone.
Heinz's
and
phone.
then had trouble. They didn't all come.
Doesn't he have an iPhone though? I don't know why. Some videos you send to another phone and they come in. They're super small. I don't understand that technology.
I don't either. I videoed like a lot of. I videoed any that
Yeah. This next guy here, I thought this was interesting. I went and picked this video out. This is Tyson Rittenauer, deadlifting 1,003 in the animal cage. You know, that's impressive, and I want to see it. So let's check out Tyson here. He doesn't look like a very big man, but straps or not, he's earning that. Oh,
Ooh.
Boom. That's a lot of weight to deadlift. I don't know if that was what animal cage that's at. Is that the Arnold? Kind of looks like it. I might be wrong. That might have been this
where
year.
else would it,
Well, sometimes they have the Arnold in Europe and different places. But I thought 1,003 is pretty cool.
That is cool.
Eric Fulter here sent me some videos. I've been explaining to him that I've been trying to take them off Facebook and they're private and I can't download them. So now he's sending them to me and I appreciate this. He's working on 1,000 and now he's doing 1,100 off a 3-board in his battle ready shirt. Eric is doing 1,100. That's correct. And he puts it up pretty damn easy to a 3-board here. That's where we start. Start handling it, and that's good. That's a lot of weight, people. Battle ready shirt. I got one of them too. I've been using it while I was doing my weight cut, and my strength has suffered a little bit, but now I stabilized and taken the creatine and got a lot of water in my muscle, and I'm feeling pretty strong myself. This next guy, this was sent to me here. This is strongman Trey Mitchell, hitting 1105 in a deadlift style event with the, I call them the monster size wagon wheels because they are kind of big, and that's crazy within itself right there. Those are the same ones you use, but they're a lot heavier. Yeah, that's pretty damn good, sir.
How much are each of those ones?
Yeah, they got to be 200, right? 246.
Each one?
Well, 1,100. So what's that? Just looks like there's 4 of them on there.
Oh.
246. I don't know.
That's insane.
Paul Offer here. We got a video from Paul. He sent it to me. He's doing 700 times 3 to a 2-board in his 3-ply F8. Looks like I need a backing for Mr. Paul. Training for that 800.
Hell yeah. He's going to get it.
He looks like he's feeling good, that lower back thing.
He's going to join Dan in the 800 club.
He's got that shirt set right where the sweet spot is. That's at the elbow with the sleeve. There's magic there. If your shirt's too tight, though, and you get it down that far, you'll not touch. But that shirt, let's check it out here. Let's see here. 700 times 3. He's working hard, man. Got great 3-man handoff crew there. Spread that bar apart. Good. Using his whole body there, driving with those legs.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Nice work, man.
Nice work, Paul.
Gonna join Dan in that 800 club.
He's
Hell
shooting
yeah.
for it. He's shooting for it.
Oh, he's gonna get it.
We are going to go into max effort. I didn't
Him
know
and
anybody
Howard.
would show up after the
Join
meet.
Dan.
They have the option of, taking it easy that week or whatever they want to do. We opted for a 5-rep max night or a 3-rep max, and that's kind of middle of the road, not too heavy, not too light. And it's a great transition from a contest, and this is how we start after a show. So let's check out max effort. We're going to see Jose do some 500, 520 bar weight and a chain. And this was a pretty impressive lift that Jose did in here. We'll check that out too. That's a Big Joe right there. We're going to be working with him. He likes to lift raw. Talking about getting a shirt. That's 40 pounds and chain with the carriers there. I'm doing 315, and I had benched Saturday night. I came back in and did a full like bodybuilding style workout. I'm a little peppered, so 315 didn't move like I liked it. So I'm gonna break out my Widowmaker. Jose here. I didn't see what he was gonna do coming. I didn't know what he was gonna do, but here's 405 and 40 chain. Doing a couple reps. 3 reps, good. We got to lower those uprights, I think, for him. Big Joe here, 3 plates and a quarter, going raw. He recently switched up his feet placement, and he's trying to base them out, and we're seeing some big improvements as opposed to having them real close to the bench and slightly underneath him. He's got them based out now, and he's using his legs. Here's the Widowmaker, 500. I was a little peppered, so I thought I'd throw on this thing and play with it. Full range stuff there. Fits kind of good now that I'm up in body weight. Here's 455 and 40 chain. I didn't know how many reps he was going to do. That's why I thought I was supposed to take it on 1 rep, but did a couple. Here's me with 5 plates and a quarter. Good handoff by the guys and Jose. He knows right where to set that bar for me, and I appreciate that. If you don't get the bar handed out in the right position, you might as well just put it back in the rack. 495 and 40 chain here. This was kind of a shocker to me. I didn't see this one coming, so I'm close. And he grinds it out. And he wanted more, so he's going to go up a little bit more. I think 515. Dan Logman here. 405 and 50 chain, little warm-up thing. This was a pretty good workout. It's going to get heavier and it's going to get harder, I know that. There's no getting easier. Here's Joe. He threw on his Widowmaker, 500 and a chain. He looked really good with the new feet spacing there. I like it. He's pounding that out pretty easy. Pushing in a straight line, too. He's made a great transition with his new technique. 585, 40 chain for me. I figure this is as high as I'm going to go, so I think I do 2 or 3. I was going to rack it, and I was like, take it. I just wanted 3. That's all right. I'm laughing it off. Having fun. Jose here, a 520. There's some chips on the side and 40 chain. He's got to grind it, but he's going to push it. I know when he's locked, and he ain't locked yet. Keep going. There it is. This? That's like 515 and 40 chain. So that was pretty good. We all were asking where that was at the meet. Dan with 585 and a chain. Dan just benched 805 about 72 hours ago, or 800.
Yeah.
Which showed up. We got work to do.
It's hardcore.
Especially if we have another meet in the fall. Dumbbells. We just want to grab and go with some heavy ones here. Keep in mind, I'm a little zapped from my bodybuilding workout on Saturday night. I tried 150s, but I'm a little peppered. Jose here with 150s with his feet up. It's pretty good. knew he had the strength in him. It just didn't happen at the meet. There's always another one. Dan working with some 100s and something here, 110s, 15s, I don't know. $150s for me, but I was hoping speed and explosive power would win the day, but I petered out. It's all right. I know why. I still try, though. Did a little skull crusher action here. We were going to add a band and a chain and all kinds of stuff, but kept it simple. I had just done this movement here not too long ago, but I'll still grab some weight and try it. I don't care if I worked out the day before. I still show up. Jose here with a plate and a 25. I think he puts a red on there next, too, because this was looking pretty light here. Yeah, a 45 and a 55 calibrated plate on each side. I think they're both my plates, actually. They're both calibrated. 45 and a 55. That's pretty good. He's trained his triceps really hard. Did some old school west side pushdowns here. Medicine ball using the fingertips, not leaning over the ball, which would incorporate more delt and pec. Try to stand back and do a pushdown with the elbows in at the side. This will give you a good pump right here if you've never done them before. Try to use the fingertips. It's a motherfucker. It's hard. Uh-huh. If you just did it with your palms and everything, it would move a lot faster, but dig those fingertips into there and try that. That's tough. That was that workout.
Oh, like a good workout.
I think we start
strong.
Yeah,
lifts.
yeah. We're gonna start getting a rotation of 4 particular max effort exercises. We're gonna run through them for 4 weeks, be it floor press, board press, 5 rep max, and a decline max. And then we come back on week 5 and do week 1 exercise again, and you got to beat the record you did on week 1. So there's always a contest within yourself and numbers you have to beat. So we're going to be doing that old rotation. That's kind of what I did back in the day. And only problem is we're going to have tremendous amount of band tension and a lot more chain on there. And it's going to be tough. But it won't kill us. It'll make us stronger. We got to go to the chat box now. That's your job. I know nothing about it.
All right. So over to the chat box.
Chat box.
Scrolling down. So we got James Bergalt in here first. And he says, "Hi, Ryan and Ashley. Keep up the great work on these podcasts, please. Can't work out right now, but watching you both definitely helps keep me sane. God bless." That's right, because he's still recovering.
Yeah,
So he's
the
not
heart
able
issue,
to-
yeah.
Yeah. How are you doing, James? Is recovery going okay, I hope?
Listen to doctor's advice.
Yeah,
I mean, what
play it
happened is
smart.
pretty serious
That's
matter.
Scary. That's very scary. So
And-
we hope
and
you're
I-
taking care of yourself.
I would ask the doctor, and I don't want to like ruin your day, but, and I don't know if this is true, but a lot of times those stents that are in there, using those bench shirts and stuff and putting that compression on there, I thought I heard, and this was just something I heard, but the stent can actually move. And I don't know if that was, the powerlifter told me that happened to somebody or himself. And just check on that, because it's in there, and I don't know, the amount of pressure those shirts put on us up here. Just be careful. I think any doctor would say don't ever lift again. That's their go-to, but
I don't know if I'm gonna ask that.
well, it's just you want to be safe. You don't want to do anything bad to set you back, and I heard that a while ago, and it just stuck with me. So, Eric.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know either. That may not be true.
The doctor's just gonna tell you, no matter what.
Yeah.
You need an honest answer.
Eric LeBock.
Thanks for joining us, James. We always appreciate having you and hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself and that recovery's going well. And then we've got Eric up next. Eric LeBach, I think is how I'm saying that right. Hey, Eric. Thanks for joining us. Hey, guys. Hope you all have had a great week so far. My question is, I have been powerlifting for 30 plus years and I'm 50 now. When do you think is a good age to stop? I'd say never. I want to be like that, 80, 85, 90-year-old woman at the powerlifting meet, just like blowing people's minds. So I intend to do it until I physically
There's a lot of factors here. You need to have like an echocardiogram. Make sure your heart doesn't have enlarged tissue or a ventricle issue. And have you been using supplements over the counter or the anabolic supplements all your life? Those factors need to be put into the equation. And there's a lot of things. You got to make sure you're in good health. And I think resistance training is great for older individuals. It provides longevity and stronger bones, etc., etc. So you never have to, in my mind, stop. I mean, if you can't put 1,000 pounds on the bar anymore because it's dangerous to your health and you may have to move up to a heavier body weight at 50 years old, there's not a lot of 350 pound.
He's 51.
Yeah, 300 and plus guys, walking the planet anymore. So you got to look in the mirror and check your health and kidney and liver and things like that. And probably need to, unfortunately, I think it's a good idea. I don't know how big you are. I don't know if you're a 300-pound person, but, I think it's health-wise good to get down to a manageable weight, making sure your blood sugar, your cholesterol, and things of that nature, and what type of food you're going to eat when you continue, because you never really have to stop. I mean, if you couldn't power lift, if I can't power lift, I'm going to come in and I'm going to train like a bodybuilder. I will always find a reason to go to the gym. So, if I can't do this, I'm going to do this. If it's dangerous to my health, I got to find some other techniques to do. So it's just there's a lot of factors that need to be addressed here about yourself. And I hate to break it down like that, but that's where my mind went. I think I said it. So I mean, we've seen Bill Gillespie do it in his 60s. Louis, he lifted and until his
especially
up in age.
If you're constantly thinking about longevity and doing things with long-term goal in mind, playing it smart. I mean, there's literally 80-year-olds on the platform, 85, that are still doing it. So I think if you take care of yourself and you think about the long game,
one thing about heavy lifting for so many years
and have longevity
is enlarged heart tissue, enlarged heart, and there's all those factors, and you got to weigh those out and and adjust accordingly, because you don't want to end your life in your late 50s or anything. So write those things down and find out, see if you're doing good on the inside, and then everything else that I said. So, I can't think of anything else.
Protocol might have to change as you get, if you want to continue doing it for a long time, you might.
Yeah. Hopefully we find out
to look a little different, but
find out how much you weigh. I'm interested in your body weight, and were you bigger at one time and moved down? I mean, I've been up to 363 pounds before. That was when I was younger. And are you donating blood? Are you on TRT? I mean, I got so many different questions asked. We'll just move on. Paul offer.
But the answer is really, you don't necessarily ever have to completely stop. Yeah. It just might start to look different. But I'm gonna try to never stop. I said I want to be that 85-year-old up on the platform, just blowing people's minds. But we'll see.
Yeah. Paul Offer down here.
Paul Offer. Hey, Paul. Thanks for joining us. Always good to have you. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. Looking strong, Paul.
Good, Paul. Looking strong. Nice lifting. That was some good benching. looking strong.
I tell you guys,
Preparing for the 800 club.
I want to invest in one of those Carlino shirts, the Ever Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're $550, but maybe other person on my team will put in half of that, and
Sure.
yeah, that'd be nice.
Very
But
cool.
I really want to try one of those and add it to my collection. I just want to say that. I got the battle ready, and I still got a lot of work to do in that, but got a lot of F8s, got a lot of dark side. Sorry, I don't have any overkill shirts.
Oh, really? You used to?
I had a few polys, and the last one they sent me, I couldn't even get 900 down. It just stuck here, and so I mailed it back, and they stretched it out, and I went back and put it on again, and 900 didn't come down any further. I'm talking like at all. It just stuck like 10 feet above my chest. So, but they got new polys and stuff too. So, but I got a lot of shirts as is. Troy Leg, yo yo yo. Troy's out there.
Anyway, Paul, hope you and Christina are doing well. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Troy Leg, yo 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 yo. Hey Troy, how's it going? Thanks again for your help on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
It's great to see you, and we appreciate all your hard work.
We were gutting out my other house and
get that house taken care of.
Throwing a whole bunch of things in a
quite the
dumpster.
chore.
And God, you don't realize how much crap's in a house until you get knee deep in every closet and crook and cranny. And we've been up there 2 weeks in a row, and Troy's been helping us out. Appreciate that. Brian Sheridan.
Brian was watching on my TV, but had to come say I could feel Ashley's scorn through the screen.
Well, she's temperamental.
You were being a jerk.
No,
It's not that I'm temperamental, it's that you're a jerk.
I'm not a jerk.
You were being a jerk.
That's not very nice
and you
to say to
yes.
somebody.
Well, you're not very nice. You
What?
weren't being very nice. You were cutting me off.
I thought I was doing good.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, maybe
Well, I'm
not.
glad you could feel my scorn through the screen. That's what I was going for. Glad.
Dan
I
Logman in
portrayed
the
it
house.
correctly.
And we got
Thanks
some
for joining
corrections
us, Brian.
on some lifts, and I did get
Well, I
them
was
wrong.
right about Stefan.
Stefan,
But and I was
600.
also right that it was single ply. Thank
Yep,
you,
I
Dan,
didn't
for
know.
clarifying that I was correct. So 600 and a single ply.
didn't know.
You were just all over wrong.
I just guessed.
So Stefan Green had hit 600 and a single ply.
ply.
Very impressive.
Yeah,
Oh, and he's lighter weight too.
242, I thought,
Yeah.
or maybe
Was
well,
even that.
I don't know.
So very impressive.
And Starrett didn't hit
Stefan.
457; he got 451. That's pretty close.
That's yeah,
did my
that's pretty
best.
close. Yeah. Thanks for the clarification, Dan. And again, congratulations
Yeah,
on your
your
800. Welcome.
Welcome to the 800 Club.
Welcome to the 800 Club. Yes. Very cool. Very good lift.
Kyle,
Kyle.
I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah,
Kyle.
we were wondering where you were at. We were talking about it last week. Kyle says, hello, everyone. Long time no chat. LOL. Excuse me, I've been busy, but I'll send some videos for next week's show.
Thank you.
Excellent. As I've been working on pause reps lately to shore up the technique.
Oh, cool.
Well, awesome. We're glad you're back. We were worried about you.
Yeah.
So it's good to have you.
Good to see you, Kyle.
Good to see ya. Good to have you back. Raw Strength Society. Congratulations, Dan. We seen that on social media. Great work.
Yeah.
Yes, lots of congratulations to Dan in the chat box. Very, very nice work.
You had a good training
Excited.
cycle.
Yep.
And he followed my delayed transformation phase into the contest. The 3-board, 2-board, 1-board deload opener, that scenario, which peaks you for the show. I'm glad to see it work on other people because it worked time and time again for me. And good to see it continually working.
Yeah, very exciting. Congratulations, Dan. And good to see you, Jason. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Raw Strength Society. Kyle, I'd like to get a video of a deadlift session as I am up over 600 pounds for a few reps.
Hey.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, send it.
Yeah, video, please,
Get some
Kyle.
video and send it. Absolutely.
I'm hungry for submitted videos.
Yes.
So any and all are
Send-
appreciated.
Video it and send it over, man. The allergies.
Don't snort
I
in the
know, I do.
microphone.
I wish we had
Don't
ankles
snort
right
in the
now. I'm
microphone.
trying
It's
not
ru-
to, but I
it's
can't
rude.
breathe.
Then breathe through your mouth. Don't do that. Cover up the mic. All right, what's up next? Kyle's talking about
Kyle
Kolb Strong.
missed the Kolb Strong live this week too. This week has been busy as all get up. LOL. Y'all are great. Thanks again for the support and camaraderie.
Can you tell me
Well,
when the
thank you for
Kolb
joining
Strong
us.
live video
we
is?
love having you.
Is it Monday nights at 5? I want to swing by and say hi. I just keep missing. Cause I thought it was Monday at 5. Am I wrong? Anybody help me with the Kolb live video?
It used to be Sunday.
So it used to be Sunday, and he moved it to Monday. So I always
Does anybody know?
Kolb stops in and says hi here. You know, we return the favor. And so if anybody
I've stopped by and said hi to his before.
yeah, if I don't find out on here, I'm gonna text Kolb and ask him, because I usually swing by there.
I know somebody on here will know.
Okay. Howard Weingarten.
So if you know, let us shoot us over the day and time, please, and thank you. We got Howard here.
Howard.
Damn, Dan, great job. I'm jealous. I want 800. I'm guessing that was supposed to say pounds.
Years. Oh yeah. Okay. Howard, that's what we're gonna work on. And like I said,
You're gonna get it.
Hopefully we have a meet up here
We'll join
in
the 800 Club also.
We're talking like September, October, and we'd love to have you come up and compete here. If we can pencil in a date and make it happen again, because it went really well and it went fast, and I think it was really well run, and we'd love to do it again.
Yeah,
that's what I'm shooting for.
It was smooth, went well, ran like clockwork. There were like no
you know who
nothing. There's no like issues. Like
you know who would come out and do that in that time of month?
Wes
McCormick. Yep, he'll come out. 198.
Cool.
700. He's lifting in a battle ready shirt last I saw.
That'd be cool.
Love to have him here. That'd be fun.
That'd be really cool. He's a real cool guy.
Yeah. All right.
I'll have to check in on his girlfriend, see how she's doing. Let's see here. Thanks for joining us, Howard. It's good to have you. Hope you're doing well and still feeling better, still on the mend. And Kyle says, "What's up, Mr. Weingarten? Hope you're on the mend, 100%." Yep, we're hoping that you're still feeling better and training, still feeling okay, and you're doing better with I believe it was sciatica issues. Correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty sure that's what it was, which we know is, I don't know from personal experience, but I've heard how bad that pain can be. James Leach. First time I've had an opportunity to watch in a long time. How are you, Benchmonster?
Doing good. Recently dropped body weight from 323 down to 283. And I like to throw this in there because I'm still impressed. I saw on TikTok some creatine studies that have recently been done, how they're good for the heart and the brain now. So I bought some creatine, front loaded it, and my body weight went to 283 to 290, and then it hopped up to 300. No change in diet, no addition of more carbs. It's just like, wow, the amount of water that stuff can store is pretty crazy. And I'll tell you what, I've been a lot stronger in the gym. You know, I never give over-the-counter supplements props, but I haven't taken creatine for 25, 26 years, so just decided to throw it in and see what it can do. And I do feel a little bit of a strength gain, noticing it on weird things, weird movements like lat pull downs. Like, okay, weird. I'm not on the bench too. Felt pretty good on the bench recently, but I went down to the regular dose now, 5 grams a day, and I'm wondering if the water might come out a little bit now that I've lowered, 4 doses a day down to 1. So we'll see. Haven't weighed recently, but yeah. Taking a nitric oxide, L-arginine, L-citrulline also, and getting some wicked pumps in the gym, painful ones. So just playing around. Decided to get on Amazon and buy some supplements. What's next? Logman.
Logman.
Wake up.
Thanks, James and Howard.
Jason.
Thanks, Jason. Sorry. Thanks, Jason and Howard. Worked hard for that push. Not done yet. 850 next up. Yeah. 850 is
I think
next.
Dan's talking about getting a
next
4-ply.
step. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Play around in that.
Oh, yeah. That'll be, depending how they size it. You know, because obviously if you order one, you might get one that might take 1,000 to get down. And we're looking for something between 850 and 900, to get down. So I don't know if that's making the chest panel a tad bigger. Figure it out.
Are they like made to like your?
I don't know how he does it. Pharrell might ask for a chest and an arm, and then, but a lot of times the 4-plies that I've seen are pretty aggressive.
Oh, really?
And the last inch to get to your chest is kind of a rough ride down there. So you don't want to be down searching for the bottom very long. You lose that stored kinetic energy. And all right, what's next? James Leach.
I'm still benching 500 for reps on my front porch.
James, send me that video, buddy.
Nice, yeah, send some videos.
Yeah, I want to see some 500 for reps.
Yeah.
That motivate me a little bit.
Definitely.
I'll post my email when we're done here so you can get it down in case nobody knows.
Glad you were able to make it back on. We haven't seen you in a while.
Long time.
Good to have
We're
you.
still here.
Have you back? Yep, we're still here. Riff and Raff
boo.
over here. Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Riff and Raff. What do you got here, Kyle?
Kyle, the way the weather is here, I'd be happy benching outside like that. LOL.
Kyle's from the west side, over by Seattle, I think.
Okay. Have you guys been having decent weather over there?
Or I'm wrong, I don't know.
I can't remember exactly where.
Magic Mountain 3-3.
Why are you so lean while being that strong at the same time, Ashley? Me and all my friends want to know just how you are.
What about me? I'm lean.
He didn't say anything about you being lean and strong.
Well, I won't answer any questions.
Thank you. I will take that as a huge
she eats
compliment.
bird food, nuts and berries. She doesn't eat anything. A protein shake, like an RTD from Costco.
I do live off of protein shakes.
And you eat little.
Thank you, though. I take that as a huge compliment. You think I'm strong? Think I'm lean?
Yeah.
Thank you, Magic Mountain.
I think you need to move up to 165 if you want.
Oh, no.
Why?
No.
48?
That's too big. I don't even want to be in that weight.
Eventually,
weight class.
you're going to have to move up a little bit. Weight moves weight, man.
Well, I have moved up a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm talking like 148. 7. That's not going to kill you.
I don't want to be that big.
Well, you can always diet down. You can jump up and down. I do it all the time. Go from 300 to 363. It's nothing. It's fun. You just eat all the time.
I don't want to be bigger than like 140.
Well, we'll see how what happens in the long run.
Well, we'll see.
So you're lean, and they want to know how you do it. You just eat clean.
I don't think I'm that strong, but
she doesn't eat fast food.
Yeah, I mean,
and when I'm on a diet, she eats my diet food. She doesn't get any carbs after 5 at night. It's vegetables with our dinner, and
I've been doing it. I've been eating that way and training hard for
15 years.
17.
17.
Since 2008.
Yeah. Long time.
But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. I didn't see your name in.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing.
You didn't ask how you're lean and strong.
Nope, I got nothing to say.
Thank you, Magic Mountain.
Yeah. Oh, I moved the thing.
I guess I would
Howard
say
Weingarten here.
Diet, lots of protein. I live off of protein. Protein shakes. Protein. Thank you. That made my night.
Good. Howard Weingarten.
Thanks, Magic Mountain. Howard Weingarten. Ryan, have you seen Tony Carlino on the Dave Tate's podcast Table Talk? With my back, I'm going to start his split, taking out the squats and just do belt squats and back work. What do you think?
Yeah, I recommend 5 weeks out, 4 weeks out from a contest, not putting a bar on your back anymore. And if you want to do that all the way around and take it away and still train your legs, your leg press and extensions and pitch sharks, and yeah, I think it's a good idea. Because having that bar on your back, can definitely make things worse if you got sciatica and L5 issues, and then benching, you're trying to contort that lower lumbar, and Also, if you're worried about gaining weight, you know, squatting with a bar on your back, you gain weight pretty good when you start doing that. I remember I was 352, and my handoff guy, Paul Roch, was jealous because he was the first one to 300 pounds, and then I surpassed him, and he started calling me the strong man who was at 400, Johnny Perry. He would go, he'd look at me and he'd say, Johnny Perry. Like, I'm going to die. So I actually quit squatting when he said that, because the scale couldn't weigh me anymore at the gym. It was the 2 weight one, and all the way over was 350, and then the 1 pound ingot went over like 2 more pounds, 352, and it was still sticking up. So I had to go to a feed store where they had this 1920s ginormous dial with the hands on it like a clock, and I stood on there to weigh, because it was 360 pounds or something. So I think it's a good idea. And as far as Dave Tate's podcast, I did not hear Tony Carlino.
We'll have to watch it.
I would assume, you know, Tony may have shared that on social media or something. I'll go check it out. I'd like to hear what he's got to say. I listened to Cole.
All you gotta do is look up Table Talk.
Yeah.
And then
I know I've been on there once.
I'm just saying, you're talking about having to go on Carlino's.
I wonder how many views I got by now. It's up to like 90,000 or something. It's because I'm different. James Leach.
Because Dave Tate's got a lot of followers.
Well,
don't flatter yourself.
But I was a different kind of guest compared to what he usually gets. I was out there telling stories, had fun, good times.
Okay, I'm gonna be
That's
nice,
fun.
and I'm not gonna.
That's where I got my 3-ply toilet paper. Still haven't opened it. It's a collector's item.
I know, that is cool.
3-ply, like, wow.
That is cool.
I wanted to take more, but I walked out.
During COVID, they started making toilet paper. So
I said, Dave, I'm taking this. He laughed.
He offered to give you as many as you wanted.
I think he did too. I took one.
We got to go in the
warehouse
and basically shop right from the warehouse.
Shop till you drop, yeah. It was awesome.
And I was intending on paying for it, so I just grabbed anything and everything I wanted, because how often are you gonna get to go into the Elite FTS the whole giant ass warehouse with bucket after bucket of
bins,
bins, yeah. And so I came out with all this stuff, and I went to go pay for it, and the lady is like, Dave would be so mad at me if I let you guys pay for that. Take it. And
I got some wrist wraps, I got some nose torque, and yeah, it was a good time. Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Wish we could do it again.
You have to go through look at everything. There's so much. The warehouse is huge.
Huge. He's doing quite well. James Leach.
So cool. James Leach at Kyle. It's great if you do it. So he's referring to benching on his front porch or outside. It's great if you do it during the cool of the day. Mississippi is hot except for the 3 weeks we have a real winter. Yeah.
I lived in Florida. I know what hot and humid is.
And Kyle says he's in Washington State, so it's in the 70s.
And I lived in Dallas too in October, and it was disgusting.
Disgusting.
You got to sleep all day and just be a night owl. It's still hot out at night. Daniel Ryjove.
Daniel Ryjove in the house.
Cool.
Very cool. Thanks for joining us, Daniel. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
He says that he's strong. I think he's referring to Dan, because the following comment is making us Dan's proud.
Nice.
So very cool. Very
Ryjove.
cool.
I watch his videos a lot
Dan's night.
He makes 400 to 600 like a toy.
He's crazy.
Overhead press,
in
incline.
sliders.
In sliders.
I know.
Slip-on.
In slip-on.
Yeah, dude. He's just amazing. He's young and strong, and did I ask how old he was?
Huh?
How old Ryjove is? In his late 20s? So I'm just an old falling apart person now, 51. So
yeah, you're old.
Yeah, I'm still trying though. Damn it.
How old he is? I don't know. Is it impolite to ask?
I just know he's got a bright future ahead of him. Strong. And what's cool about Ryjove is I've seen him get injured a couple times, and he bounces back quick.
Yeah.
God, I remember twinging a peck or two back in my day, and I thought it was completely over, especially that tear 5 centimeters through the major, 2 centimeters through the minor. I thought I was done. That was April 2003. In December of that year, I did an 816 bench at Wabdell Worlds. Boy, when you're young, you can just like heal overnight. You get old. Yeah, it's way different.
Old and decrepit.
Yeah. I'm not old and decrepit. I'm seasoned.
I'm old and decrepit. You're a dinosaur.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't look like a dinosaur though. Hey, at least I'm still doing it. And I've trained with over probably 100 people, and
oh, I'm sure you've trained with more than that.
I just throw that number out
Over
there
the
recently.
years?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've trained
been
with
fun.
more than 100 people.
Yeah, been doing it since 90. When I
That's
really
what I mean. And like so many
94,
people pass through.
93.
I guarantee there's been
been quite a
than
few.
100 people pass through.
All right.
Through all those years. There's been 100 people just in the time I've been.
Well,
But I almost answered it right when I read it. James Leash asks, "What does peppered mean?"
Peppered means
like worn out,
tired,
If you just
CNF,
did an AMRAP,
sore.
you might be peppered. If you just did a competition, you might be peppered.
If you try to do a full bench routine like on Sunday night and then come in Tuesday and try to bench heavy, you're going to be peppered.
Is that even a real term? Or did you
Paul
make
Roach
that up?
made that up.
Oh, he did
Yeah.
make it up? Ah, that's funny.
He had names for certain things, like toilet was what he called his girlfriends. That toilet over there.
Oh my God.
I learned a lot from him. Love to have him on the show. I just don't know if he has the camera or I don't know where he's at anymore. He's got a birthday coming up in June too.
Is that when his birthday is?
Yeah, towards the end. Yep. Peppered. Yeah, it means you're destroyed.
I didn't know he made that up. That's funny.
Like when I
always thought it was a term because I've always heard you use it.
When I benched that 315 in the chain on max effort, it felt heavy. My shoulders felt fatigued, and I was peppered. So I had to come up with an apparatus to get me through the workout. So I pulled out that Widowmaker. I was able to do a few more. So Kyle, what's up?
Let's see which one. Are we
Right here.
What's up, Mr. Rajove? I saw you overhead pressing people's squat the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Makes me wonder why I haven't worked in some overhead. LOL. Great work lately, too. I saw that 545 pounds for 2 or so reps.
That's
Nice
something
work.
that we need to do
You
more.
put out consistent content for sure.
Strong all the time.
All the time.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, for
Very
sure.
strong.
Very strong. Like every post is even more impressive than the, it
Just makes it look easy.
crazy. Yeah, it's wild. And all in flip flops, slip.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
A lot of gyms they get mad
Very
because if you don't have
impressive.
shoes on that, protect your feet from dropping weights
You
on
don't
them.
need them.
They used to have that rule in some gyms.
Like I don't know if I've ever seen them benching like real shoes. It's always the flip flops.
There's magic in the
To
flip
show
flops.
how, yeah.
I got a
Show
pair.
how strong he is.
I got those white ones.
Go bench it. I dare you to bench them.
I'll do it.
I bet you could. I bet you couldn't bench them. It'd be successful.
Don't bet. What are you gonna bet? What do you got? Money? I'll do it.
On that, yeah.
Okay. No, I can bench
That
it.
you can't. I bet you can't bench 315 of those.
Well, I got a nail fungus on my toe. I'm kind of dealing with right now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. Shit.
Is it a fungus?
That's what
I've
do.
only seen the after you put stuff on.
Yeah, I've been doing the baking soda, lemon juice, and Mother's apple cider vinegar and turn it into a paste. It works, but you just got to do it like 8 days in a row, and I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
I never had that happen, but it's hard to get rid of.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, that's my mom.
So it doesn't look too sexy in flip-flops. So I got to fix that first. Give me some time.
All right. Get your feet sexy.
Yeah. Mary Askew.
Mary. Hi, Ryan and Ashley. Great seeing you Saturday. It was great catching up, Ashley, and see you soon. Dan Logman, nice job on putting on your first meet.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Mary. It was so good to see you too.
Yeah.
It was very nice catching up and awesome just to see you and get to chat and get a couple hugs and hoping to see you real soon for sure. We'll have to
Did an excellent
plan a
job
girls'
head
day.
judging. I was impressed.
Yeah, you did an awesome job judging.
I was worried we were going to have Lupa check and him thinking it's USPA or something and holding people a long time. And I'm just glad you were there because your judging is awesome.
Yep.
So don't be surprised if we have to
commands.
have you down here in the fall when we have another one, because you're going to be wanted in that head judge chair.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect.
I'm
perfect press commands.
or nobody's lifting.
Yep. No, you did a great job judging.
Yeah.
We appreciate you taking your time to come help out and judge, and it was just awesome seeing you. So hopefully we'll see you soon. And yes, I agree. Nice job, Dan. That meet ran super smooth.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your 800, and congratulations on putting on your first meet and having it be a success. And pretty impressive that your first 800 bench, like, and you were,
I think everybody left happy.
Director.
There was no disgruntled
No,
people.
I didn't see anybody.
Everybody was happy.
Like,
so they're spreading the word.
There were no glitches.
Nope.
Like, there were no issues.
No injuries. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no injuries.
Well run.
It's just, went really well judged. And thanks for joining us, Mary. It's awesome to see your name in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw that. I was like, yeah, Mary. So very nice to see you. I look forward to seeing you soon. We'll have a girls' day. I mean, maybe you can be a part of it. We'll see.
Okay.
If you're lucky, we'll talk about it.
So where are we at now?
Thanks for joining us, Mary. It was great to see you. Then we got Dan. Good luck to Eric and the Gorilla Pack at their meet this weekend. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Eric's lifting?
I didn't know that. Okay.
I know he's going for 900.
Ooh.
No?
Ooh.
Oh, that guy's excelled. Every video we've been putting on here since he started a Gorilla Pack, like, he's made tremendous progress.
Yeah, he has.
It just goes to show when you train with the people that have the same passion as you do and like-minded people it really helps.
For sure.
And he's getting great judging and help with the shirt. And I mean, he's with the right people.
For sure.
Period.
For sure. Yeah.
Look at the success he's having. So that'd be fun. Keep an eye on that one.
Yep.
Kyle wants to know.
Definitely good luck, Eric, and good luck, Gorilla Pack.
Yeah.
Send videos.
Well, I'll pull them off the net if you post them. If I don't get them,
we want to have videos on here next week. So.
Kyle wants to know if Dan benches raw or equipped.
At this meet, it was equipped.
Mm-hmm.
He does train raw as well,
yeah.
But he competed equipped this weekend. So
he trains
but
raw.
He's done both. He's done raw. He's competed.
We've done raw
well.
floor press. We've done raw.
And that's what I said. He
bench,
trains raw, and he's competed raw before.
Yep.
But this particular, I think he's asking what he did like at this meet, and it was.
Oh, raw equipped. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he said, "Did you bench raw or equipped?"
I thought it said, "Do you bench raw or equipped?"
No,
I thought he said,
"Did you?"
Yeah, missed that.
So that's why I said.
I was getting ahead of myself.
This weekend he benched equipped, but he's competed raw before, and he trains both, right? Like, which is the smart way to do it.
Home physique.
Home gym physique, double bicep flex.
Oh, everything cracks. There's veins running through those. Oh, that just ruins everything. You look like a fourth grader. With those little arms.
Hey, people are wanting to know how I'm so lean and strong all the time. Nobody asked your ass that.
That's true. Well, whatever. Troy Legg says he works tomorrow early. Good night, y'all. Stay strong, safe, and stay sane.
Quite often.
He works early tomorrow.
I work tomorrow early. Good night, y'all. Stay strong, stay safe.
We're thinking about going fishing Monday, so I don't know if you're working Monday, but we're trying to get that boat out.
We're thinking about it because I don't have work on Monday, so.
Go do some bass fishing out there.
Oh, no sturgeon.
No sturgeon right now, not till the June 10th when the shad are running. They migrate from the ocean up the Snake River. So you go out there and you fish for the shad first because there's like 120,000 that come over the dam a day. So it's just like pulling in every fucking 2 minutes. You get these shad that are 9 to 12 inches long, and then you use that as bait.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you catch some
and when
8, 9, 10-foot sturgeon.
This size for bait, you know you're gonna catch a motherfucker.
Big bait catches big fish. That's all I know.
Yeah, when the rod with the shad, the full shad goes off,
We'll
you know,
video
you
that.
know you got the fight of your life coming.
Well, sometimes we video our
It's
fishing
never gonna be a
expeditions.
small one when it hits on that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Kyle, power belly flex.
That'd
That'd be you.
I don't do it.
How do you do a power belly flex?
Well, Paul and I used to push our stomachs out and flex them that way.
Well, I assume that's what he means.
Yeah. We had boilers. Another word, a boiler.
Boiler.
That's a big stomach, a boiler.
But I don't think he made that up. Because,
He-
like, there's boiler makers, like the beer.
Well, he had a boiler. Paul
I know,
Roch had
but
a
I'm
boiler.
saying he didn't make up that term.
No.
Like, you're saying he made up peppered, which I don't know if that's.
I didn't hear that
term.
word until I
But
got
I-
around him.
But now that I think about it, I don't know if I've heard anybody other than you say it.
James Borgle. He's talking about how he's feeling. Read this,
Okay, James Bergault. Yes, feeling better, not as black and blue. I feel
Good.
a lot better. Going to docs every week for blood thinners
Mm-hmm.
effects. No heavy lifting because of aneurysm, but will lift when I am able to. But will lift when I'm able to.
If you're on blood thinners, particularly
Chasing.
Xarelto, which I'm on, I actually Googled that the other day, and Xarelto for strength, muscle strength, and I don't think it helps with muscle strength very much, because my bench has been sucking lately, and I actually had to sit down and Google my beta blocker and my blood thinner. I'm trying to find the culprit that may be holding me back somewhat, and I think I take Xarelto 20 milligram every day, and I'm going to try to wing off of those and do a baby aspirin instead. Because, I know they worry about blood clots, but I do my own bloodletting, so I do it 3 times a year, and I'm not too worried about clots. TRT, raises the red blood cell count, so that thickens your blood somewhat, and clots are not good, and your heart doesn't want to pump honey for blood, and that's why I take a Gatorade bottle that's 897 milliliters to the top, those ones that are about that round. Put the hose in there, put the 16 gauge in. Yes, 16 gauge. It's like a McDonald's straw. Maybe I'll video that one time. Would that be illegal to put online?
What's that?
Probably.
What?
When I bloodlet.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I'm getting really good too at that. On myself. Wouldn't do it to anybody else yet, but I got the right angle and the pressure and everything. Get that needle to flash. Or you can go to the Red Cross and have them take out 500 ml. I think they give you some orange juice and a cookie too.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Where am I at?
Logman. Kyle, I was in a 3-ply F8 for... Did Logman bench 805 or 800?
Must have been 805.
Okay, 805.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't-
I just know, like, 800 is the,
Yeah, just the
number
800,
that sticks
yes.
in your mind
Yeah.
because the 800 club. But
Yeah.
Yeah, if he says 805, I'm sure that's
Yeah, I
what
didn't
it
do
was.
too good on the numbers.
I just 800,
I was trying to count the weight on the bar, and then the kilos got me confused, and the little ones on the end, I couldn't tell if those were 5s or 2. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I can't. I was trying to pay attention at the meet.
Howard
to the numbers,
Weingart.
but then I couldn't remember 'em.
Read that.
If you listened to the videos, it might
I
have
didn't.
said that.
I had to turn down the volume when I post them
Yeah, okay.
because there's music, and I get copyright strikes. And
Let's see. Crap. Where?
Howard Weingart, right here.
Hey Eric, just FYI, I'm 60 and still going. Just stay up on your health
Yep.
and listen to your body and just keep trucking.
That's good advice
So
right there,
hopefully
people.
Eric is still in there. Hopefully maybe you heard that, Eric. Eric was the one that asked the question about he's been doing it for 30 years and he was wondering how like at what age or when you should stop. And we were just saying really there's no set age you need to stop. If you take care of yourself and play it smart, you can really go as long as you want. And you never have to quit training. But yeah, the great point. I mean, Howard's 60 and still competing, still getting under crazy weights. So yeah, thanks for throwing that in there, Howard. Hopefully you're still watching, Eric, or go back and watch this.
James Leach has a question. Read that one.
James, how does Battle Ready compare to F8 or Dark Side?
In my opinion, it's the cut and how the shirt is put together, and it's the material. The material in the Battle Ready is somewhat stretchier than Dark Side or F8. Just a little bit more stretchier than those, like a tad. I haven't, having 148 carbs a day while I was dropping that 40 pounds, I didn't really make any assessments because during the weight drop, strength is real hard to maintain. But once I got to my balancing weight, I started throwing in a few more carbs now, and I'm going to be working in that shirt a little bit more, so I'll have more feedback as time goes on. But that was something that Wallace Kohler told me when he sent me the shirt. He says, treat it like a poly. You can bench with your elbows, slightly tucked, 8 and 4, as opposed to some of those shirts. You got to kind of flare the elbows out against the sleeves. And that's kind of my benching style anyway, was the 8 and 4 elbow here. I don't really like shirts that make you do it out here. I'm scared to death of a pec ripping off the body, but I really like that shirt. It's just I need to get in it and get my body weight stabilized where I want it, and I'm right there now. Yeah, 300 is not really where I want to be, but I hope the creatine lower dose now, my little bit of water may come out, I would assume, and the maintenance dose that I'm doing will get me down to 292, hopefully, and I'm happy there. And then I can start carb loading on Monday nights for Tuesday's max effort workout, have a full tank of gas when I get in there, and then put it to work. Because I plan on doing some good, I think I went up to only 800 in my 2.5 months I did this diet. So I really couldn't, I want to put $1,000 on there and see what it does. So, and that's coming, meet's over, time to get back to work. Logman.
This is a good idea, good question. Daniel Rajov, will you please be a guest on Benchmonster TV? We all would love to hear all about your training and story.
Daniel that at the Arnold, and he said he would.
So you just need to follow up.
I need to follow up, and
which is the case with a lot of guests.
I think he lives in Florida, and
does he?
He's East Coast, I think, and that's 7 o'clock here and 10 o'clock there, and 2.5 hours on our show puts him getting to bed pretty late. So I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, maybe he works on Friday and has to be up early. So
Isn't he a content creator?
We have to think about his needs first, and if there's time.
Yeah, but you're never gonna know what his needs are if you don't ask him.
Well, I know what time it is here at 7 o'clock, and it is on the East Coast.
He's on the show joining us.
Yeah.
Fairly, so obviously,
I can get a hold of him.
It's the same thing as being on.
Yeah, I can set that up.
And here he joined us around 8 or so. I don't know if he's on still.
I can get a hold of him.
But yeah,
I just
even if it's,
to be honest, I'm gutting out a house right now.
So
that's taken up a lot of my time. Been having squatters breaking into my home up there. It's been a shit show, let me tell you. And I just want to get that over with. And
yeah, but it doesn't mean we can't have guests.
Well, that's where I got a lawyer working on an estate thing. He's been working on it for 2 months, and I don't know what's taking so long. The guy's been in business for fucking 40 years, and we're on the
Because you're not his only client.
Hey, 2 months to do something like this? It doesn't seem that hard. I'm a little upset with his service, and I got to call him up and ask him where we are, because I want to get this shit over with. That would be a gigantic headache that's been over my head for 4 years now, so... I was worried we might have to not have a show 1 week because having to go up and do dump runs up there, and I just didn't know how this whole thing was going to go. So we're almost done. Kyle.
Let's see here. Tuesday on Easter. Okay, so this is, I think he's answering when Cobe Strong podcast is. Tuesday 7. On Eastern Standard, I think.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7. Yeah,
so
right.
7 here.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Problem is that's our max effort bench night, and we get home about 7:15 on that night.
Yeah, but
still, I can get on immediately, run down here, and say hello, because he comes on my show.
Yeah, because I mean, even if it starts at 7, that I mean, he's gonna be on for at least.
Yes. Hour and a half.
I was gonna say at the very least 30 to 60 minutes,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have time. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it could be an hour to an hour and a half or longer. I mean, you'd have enough time to stop in and catch some of
Yeah.
it. So,
Kyle.
totally. This is interesting as I've mentally scarred.
Scarred.
No, trust me, I know what I'm reading. He corrected himself down here.
Okay, I'm not reading further
mentally
down.
sparred.
Okay.
Spell checker sucks. I've mentally sparred with a few folks about how effective supplements, specifically protein powder, are. After kidney stones, I've yet to even think of trying any powder supplements again.
Yeah, I've read something on that, how like protein powders are hard on the kidneys. I have read that. We do a lot of RTDs, like what's that one with the cow on it? Fairlight. That's our favorite.
Fairlife,
Yeah, and we also buy the Gold Standard Costco
Gold
brand.
Standard, yeah.
And I'm not drinking maybe one of those every other day. So I'm trying to get my protein from food sources right now, because yeah, it's I've read that the protein powders, I don't know if all of them or just some of them are tough on the kidneys. That's
But
true.
does that include the RTDs?
I don't know. I know the powders. That's what I heard.
Powder when they get to us, but do they start as powder when they're made?
That's a question I can't answer, but I have heard that the powder is tough on the kidneys.
God, I drink like 2 or 3 of them a day.
Oh, yeah, back in my day, I did a lot of them too. But I always threw like 1 scoop of protein powder in and then like 5 raw eggs. So I never, only when Mendelsohn told me to get the 2,500 calorie stuff and it had a gigantic scoop in it, I had to put 4 in a blender. Remember that? It turned into a blizzard. Turned the blender upside down and wouldn't come out. 2,500 calories. I'm supposed to drink 4 of those a day. Get 10,000 calories in shakes and the rest in food. All right. James Leach.
I started taking creatine again, and I can't believe how much better it's working for me.
I agree with you, James. I can't remember 26 years ago when I did take EAS phosphagen creatine it was, and I don't remember it working like it's working for me now. I don't know if that's because of my water intake, carb storage is depleted, and my muscles are very dry, like a dry sponge. But the creatine really has loaded the water up in the amount of lean muscle mass that I have. And I'm impressed with what it's doing in the gym. So, James Borgall. Oh, what happened there? Where'd I go?
Whoa.
It bounced way
Holy
down.
Cow.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Yeah. It just bumped all the way down. Where are we at?
Oh my goodness. We're like right here.
Oh, geez. We got a long way to go down. Right here. James Borgall. Read that.
Borgall. I was told if the aneurysm bursts or ruptures, I will bleed out in about 3.5 minutes.
Yep. Blood thinners.
And not make it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think after 33 years powerlifting, regular light weights are safer.
I agree.
Less pressure on the heart.
Any
sure.
internal bleeding on blood thinners, you just continue to bleed. And that's a bad thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, if the aneurysm bursts or ruptures,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know much about like what causes them to burst or rupture, but I have to assume pushing heavy weight is.
Oh yeah.
Gonna be something that could absolutely cause that.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, for sure.
Smart, James.
For sure, that's smart. I know, like that it's a bummer, but that's smart for sure. Yeah, like I would definitely stick to light weights. That's something you don't want to mess with. Like, yeah,
James
so
Leach.
Scary. That's
This is
really
kind of
scary.
cool. I assume when I took creatine in my youth and didn't notice much difference.
Sorry, James.
It's because I was already at my peak.
I guess I got interrupted.
I never took it correctly back then. I would take a scoop and Betagen and all that crap. So I never was on it correctly, really, or took it for the allotted time I was supposed to. Kyle says he gets the biggest notable gain from caffeine. energy drinks. Be careful with those too. Not good for the heart.
That's fair.
James
I like
Leach.
caffeine. I'm a caffeine fan.
Has my email. Good. Okay.
Still from some videos I sent some years back. Yep. Send some more.
Send some more, please.
Send some more, please.
On all of my posts, damn spell check. Yeah, spell check seems to be a bad thing on this damn thing.
Yeah, it does. Like, everybody's always having some issues, and it's always because of spell check.
Kyle says just casually bulking from 300 to 360. Kennelly is a tank. And yes, Ashley is pretty strong for her size. I would agree. Well, you got to remember, too, I got that CPAP machine. Sleep apnea was holding me back. And once I got that machine, it just took off and didn't want to stop. That's why I had to quit squatting. I mean, I was getting so big, I didn't need to put on more weight from squatting. I mean, it was gnarly looking how big I was. And if you want to know my biggest, it's on my Facebook page. Black Kennelly Power Team shirt, and the lady interviewing me with the microphone up like this. That was 363 that day. And I benched 1070 that day, I think. Kyle, read that one.
Kyle, I am what?
Why you read so slow?
'Cause I
I'll read it.
Because I thought I was reading the wrong one.
Right here.
Fuck off. Kyle, I'm 338 still for like 2 years now. I prefer to be 310 or less,
Yep.
as then I don't really have a belly. I'll get down there if I keep having to push
Push start
having
my car.
to push start my car. LOL, extra cardio.
Yeah, cardio's a good
that'll
thing.
do it.
Low intensity, long duration, and monitor your carb intake. That treadmill will do magic for you. Leach.
James Leach. Ashley does look thicker in a good way. You've put on more muscle mass since I last saw you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Told you.
You get a lot of compliments walking around
I
town.
told you that thank you.
And I don't get them.
We both get them. Like, you usually get them from the guys, and I get them from both.
That's true. Kyle, Ryjov in his flip-flop king, bro. Absolutely.
Ryhove is the flip-flop king.
My glasses aren't working very well.
Maybe you should slow your reading down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm rushing.
Just saying. Oh,
I like James's post here. You're only 7 years older than me, Ryan. Well, I'm still 27 up here, but inside here, a little older.
Way older.
Oh yeah, a lot of wear and tear I've done on my body in 30 years. So, Alex Estrada, haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah.
What's up, Alex?
Good to have you here. It's been a while. Glad you joined us. Ryan, what are your top 3 lockout tricep exercises by far?
I like rack lockouts. I used to do those the last 4 inches of the lockout. I like various board presses with chains or bands or both. I like floor press too. It's kind of a lockout, but it's a universal sticking point for everybody, and I really love floor press. Honestly, those are pressing movements, obviously, but old school rack lockouts. And for my long arms, I always set it up there the last 4 inches or 5 inches and lock out that. So, there's a couple. But boards really help. Three board and 4 board territory. Put bands and chains on there and start locking that out. Kyle.
Wait, which one?
Right here.
Kyle, I have a question though. Is doing pause reps all the time, like hard paused, set all the weights on the chest, make you weaker? I feel like doing just pause reps weakens me a little bit.
Yeah, you don't want to do those all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think you would
make that a specific exercise. A lot of times what we do is we pick a maximum effort exercise, whether it be floor press, reverse band, decline, full range. And we didn't do this cycle, but I recommend it over and over again, and it was never done. After the main movement, go over and try 80, 85%, 90% 1 week and do pause contest style reps with those weights. And then the next week you would do 85, 87.5, 92.5. And that really helped with the teaching and learning the pause and getting used to it per se. And doing it after a max effort workout, when you're doing 80, 82, 85, you're fatigued already. So those weights are going to feel like maximum weights. That was one of my tricks to acclimating people to the pause and performing those contest style reps. And now that we're doing USPF meets, we got to do a start command, a press command, and a rack command. So we're going to be
Most federations have that.
yeah, and you're going to see more of that in our
The start
workouts. I
command.
talked about it. I told Jose that we should do it, and we never did. And I feel that that lacked in the training, because I really wanted to do those to get them acclimated to how the contest is going to be. Pausing at the chest, getting used to that. But you can't do them all the time, because you will start to go backwards. It's very taxing on the body to do pause style reps. So do it once every 4 weeks. Rotate it like a maximum effort exercise. Or do them after your maximum effort movement. Either one. You got to throw them in at some point, but just not over and over repeatedly again, because it's going to pepper you. Howard Weingarten.
Yeah, but I think it makes it so that, like, when you go to... I always think it's good. Like, Roger Baker used to have me, pause the first rep of each set.
That too.
And, like, pause the first one, and
That
then
works.
the rest can just be touch and goes. That way, like, it's locked in your
Yeah.
brain that
works too.
that first one is pause, and that's all you're ever going to do in a competition, and that's all you ever like have to pause.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
And then, like, on some days, if you want to do like a set of all pause, then that's fine, but like just as a protocol for all your sets, first one pause, rest, touch and go. I thought that was a good way of doing it.
Okay, Howard Weingarten, got some questions here. Tony
also said he does an upper back and rear delt day and a lat day. What kind of exercises would you think that consists of?
Upper back day, laying on a bench and doing Ys and Ts with dumbbells. Face pulls with a strap. I do them to the chin, I do them to the eyes, and then I do them way over my head, all in one set, 10 reps. And inverse pec decks. So you got a pec machine like this, turn around and do rear delt stuff. Back day, I train lat day like a bodybuilder. Higher reps, multiple handles, lat pull downs, a close, a wide, seated rows, lawnmowers with a dumbbell, stuff like that. Get creative on your exercises. But upper back and rear delt, that's something Louis preached, that's where the weight is transferred into that upper back, and delts are what you lower the weight with if you know how to lower weight correctly. A lot of people forget the lats, engage the lats when they lower weight, and they use their front delts as brakes, as coming down. And once you come down like that, and that muscle is the first muscle that's flexed, is usually you're gonna try to delt it on the way up, and those delts are already fatigued from the lowering phase. So it's my 2 cents. James Leach, I work out and bench in Crocs. I heard those are real comfortable shoes. Honestly, I don't know how comfortable they are, but I heard they're comfortable.
That's what I've heard. They're
very popular. I think they're ugly as sin, but I heard they're comfortable.
That is what I've heard. Definitely, they're super popular, and like you said, they're not the most attractive.
No.
So they must be. To be as popular as they must be really comfortable. I've never actually
I've never had a pair on, but I want to. Mary Askew, thanks guys. I appreciate that, and I will always head judge for you. Thank you. I got you. Yeah.
Thank you.
We want you at head judge.
That sounds good.
No Larry and no Meatball. Sorry. I've seen enough to know. I want you. That's all I'm gonna say. Kyle.
Well, I'm not married, so repping 405 in a public gym is too much fun to hide at home. LOL. Took me a second I was like, wait, what does married and having to... I gotcha. I got there.
James Leach says sadly he can't afford a gym membership right now. A lot of gyms, particularly Gold's here, they offer $10 a month because they have to match Planet Fitness.
But how can you afford a home, I feel like that's more expensive than
a home gym's expensive, but a gym membership, even those 24-hour joints,
something that you have had for a while.
Some of those, it's not too expensive. A lot of gyms charge $45, maybe more a month, but I know everybody's trying to compete with Planet Fitness. They're $10 a month thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go to Planet Fitness because that's really not where you want to go.
No,
But
I mean,
shop around.
even the, even for their price, they're not worth it.
No.
Like, no free weights. Like, they don't have any. Yeah. I mean, like Golds, it's like you can rough it for.
Yeah. Golds.
Why are you bumping me?
I didn't. My leg twitched.
You're tapping me like you want me to stop talking.
No. I like it when you talk. That way I don't have to. I can save my energy.
I don't know. You did the stop talking tap.
No, I didn't.
I
I got to pee though.
Like Golds, like I can see they're like they're cheap enough that you could rough going there because they at least have free they have free weights and they're busy and there's some drawbacks to them, but they're cheap enough that it's like, okay, for that price I'll go. But like Planet Fitness, I mean, they're $10 a month, but they should never be more than $10 a month because they don't have barely anything.
One thing bad about Gold's, those assholes that sit on equipment.
Well, yeah,
that's
what I'm saying. Like, I would, like, there wouldn't be anybody's really, well, they wouldn't be like our first pick, but if money is an issue, like, they're, at least at one point, and I think they still are. I think they're like $20 a month. They're super affordable. So it's like if you had to rough it, for the price, okay, because they've at least got what you need there. But Planet Fitness, it's like you got the douchey rules and just douchey environment, and they don't even have anything that we'd need. They don't have free weights of any kind, I don't think. Like,
I think James Leach here says something here. It's kind of cool. If I could, I'm convinced my equipped bench would have gone way up because I'd have like-minded people around me, and that is true. You gotta find people that share the same passion. Can't just train with normal people; they won't last. Trust me.
Yeah.
I don't even pay attention to anybody's name until they've been there 6 months.
Well, and like if you're at home by yourself, like you don't have that
environment.
You can't push an equipped bench
by yourself.
I wish you could. There's no way. Like a raw bench, it's gonna be hot. Like it's gonna be hard, because it's still, you need a spotter. But like an equipped bench, just with the way like that it pulls you, it just does such weird things that like you should never like put heavy weight and try to push an equipped bench by yourself. Like
Howard Weingarten here says, Ashley,
Dan heard you might be interested in a 4-play F8. I have one and love it, but it's a bitch to get down. So to save cash, you might get an insert. Like, talk to Rob. He's the expert. Just
that's
FYI.
true. Like a 3-ply with an insert.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I know my Battle Ready shirt has an insert in it. So I didn't realize what they were until I actually got a shirt that had one. Removable. It's kind of cool. People would probably pay you to train. I never asked for a penny. I've never made a dime, a red cent off anybody that's came and trained with me.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say not to come bench with you.
Yeah.
To be trained, you charge people to like be trained and write programming, but
I've done that.
Not to come be a part of your team.
No, if you want to come lift with us, man, that door is always open. Because I love to see people come in and take the abuse that I supply, the exercises and it's fun. I'm like a drill sergeant, kind of. Proud Fiver.
Did we miss like a comment? Because I don't understand.
No. Bodybuilders are mad fucking weird. Yeah, they are. I hung out with some.
But where's that like coming from? Like, is that just random, like a random thought?
Bodybuilders are cut from a different cloth than powerlifters. That's all I can say.
Yeah, Kyle follows it up with bodybuilders prance around in a bikini, man.
Yeah.
Yes, they can be weird. Definitely. Powerlifters move massive weight. Big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah, bodybuilders are are different. Definitely different. Like if you talk to somebody that's competed in them both and done a powerlifting meet and a bodybuilding show, like they just can't believe like how different the environment is at a powerlifting meet. Like everybody's so much nicer and like more normal, and it's just like a more positive environment. Whereas like at a bodybuilding show, like there's like just I guess like there's some weird shit. There's like some mean girl shit. There's like
Weird after
people
hour
that
parties too.
don't want to help you because you might be in their weight class or division or whatever, and like I guess it's just and everybody's like hungry and grumpy and like in a bad mood and hangry and
James Leach says, I think my raw bench would be in the neighborhood of 380 to 400. I'm honestly scared to bench real heavy raw due to bad shoulder injuries from the past.
yeah.
Yeah. You have partially torn rotator cuff or
Yeah, and if
arthritis,
you're benching at home alone
bone
and don't have a
spurs.
spotter,
Yeah. Those injuries, they stick with you.
yeah, they for sure.
And they never get better.
Sucks.
Yeah, they start to wake up when you do certain movements in the gym, and they let you know they're still there.
Oh yeah. No, that makes it tough to PR and to keep pushing that number up when you have those injuries and bad shoulders.
Howard Weingarten says, "Oh yeah, I have a saying: don't let the old man in. It helps a lot. Ha ha ha." What's that mean?
Don't let the old man in.
Yeah, is that me?
Is that Ryan? Is Ryan the old man that we're not supposed to let in?
That's what Nate calls me in the gym.
I'm down
bastard.
for that rule.
Kyle.
Don't.
Oh, you said benching 500 for reps on your front porch. I didn't realize you meant equipped or with wraps or something. Excuse me. That's plenty strong, too. Good for you. Yeah, 500 for reps. I'd like to see it. If you send it to me, I'd like to post it. And then Kyle says, where'd it go? Why does it keep bouncing like that?
I don't know. I think we missed some.
No, I'm moving back up here. Kyle, I read about the stretch shortening cycle, aka stretch reflex, or elastic rebound effect of touch and go reps versus pause. I personally have better effect from a soft pause versus a hard pause. That makes sense. One thing a lot of time I see people pause, they come down and they stay tight, and the minute they get the press command, they excessive dip and push. I try to break people of that, but it's a technique that works, and you might get called for it for excessive dipping in some contests. Kyle, I have 0 leg drive though for now. Yeah, leg drive's everything, man. You want to get your legs involved. I always say benches is not an upper body movement; it's a total body movement.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Leg drive can make a huge difference if you can incorporate that. That will be a game changer for sure.
Kyle talking about a banned substance.
Well, you missed benching and bench and
bullshitting.
BS.
That's Colb's, yeah.
Bench and bullshitting. It's called.
I got
Jimmy
that.
is a great host and has classic hospitality, just like y'all.
Yeah, I watched him. I know he puts on a good show.
Have you seen this show?
I sat and watched. Yeah,
have
he's
you
very.
Jumped in and said hi?
Yep. That's why I want to do it again. I haven't done it in a while, and I thought it was
hadn't.
Mondays, and I've lost track.
And he said it's Tuesdays at 7.
Yeah. What's he talking about here? Read Kyle's post here. I'm not sure.
Oh, I used the USADA or WADA approved one, so I think it has a lot of filler. I'm not too sure, but I knew it was banned. It was banned substance tested. I'd go for the cleanest you could.
Yeah, WADA has banned a lot of things. From nasal things that have epinephrine or ephedrine in them. Epinephrine.
All the filler in supplements sucks, I personally feel. Yeah, definitely.
James Leach.
James says, I had to pause y'all for a minute. Wifey was telling me about her book she's reading. It's called Shields and Sparrows, if anyone is wondering.
Mm.
Oh, what kind of book is it?
Birds with arrows. Okay.
What? No. Shields and Sparrows.
Yeah, a shield.
Shields and Sparrows.
Sparrows.
Interesting.
And that's about.
Interesting. I'm probably 5 minutes behind. LOL. James at Kyle. Yeah, I do it with a band like the Widowmaker.
Cool.
Okay.
Love to see it.
My nose is running.
Your nose is completely fucked.
I know, and it's now running.
You're
which
snorting
I'm,
in the
like,
microphone.
wiping on my shirt, which
Don't.
is kind of gross.
Yeah,
Now I can
really
see
gross.
It's not, you know. Don't mind me.
Don't embarrass
I'm
us.
embarrassed.
Don't embarrass
I
us on
need to
here.
walk away.
Kyle, I've doubled a resistance band over my upper arms and used it in a similar modality as a slingshot, banded, or reverse band press.
That's a good idea.
We throw a mini band around our back, and you've seen us
I gotta
do
get
rolling
tissue.
dumbbells before. We do those. Reverse band press too. It's a tester, not a builder. That's what Louis says. So we like to do those once in a while to really, put 1,100 pounds on there with 100 pounds of assistance. No more than that with the band at 7 feet mark on your rack. No higher, no lower. Shield and Sparrows, my bad.
Shield of Sparrows.
So how do you take creatine? Well, I've taken 5 grams 4 times a day for 5 days, and now I take 5 grams a day now. So you load it, and then you ride that after with the. I take it in the morning with. I don't know if you're supposed to mix it with orange juice, but that's what I do. There might be some things you don't mix it with. They say you don't take creatine and pop is not good or something. I heard, but orange juice I figure wouldn't be bad. I did it in straight water, but that's boring. Most people
you weren't
take
supposed to in orange juice because of the acid.
You might, yeah, I might be screwing it up. Most people take 5 meg a day for like 3 months or so at a time, then off of it for a month or something. As you talk about creatine, it's 5 grams actually. Or is that 5?
Maybe
that's what it says on
maybe
my.
he's talking about something else.
Something else.
I can't remember.
The program I was on undulated between the
touch and
go pause
and pause.
And pause.
So it undulated, meaning switched back and forth between touch and go and pause.
Oh, but I always wound up just touch and go. Well, that's the easiest way to do it.
I've been doing just paused for 2 weeks. Oops, went from 405 for 6, maybe 7 to 3. LOL. Ouch.
In my 30 years, I've seen a lot of people that can touch and go one weight, and I always used to say about 25 pounds less than that, you can pause.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I've seen it time and time again. So.
Oh, yeah.
I find it hard to cycle between pause and touch and go as I gain a lot of strength from the elastic rebound you do of the touch and go rep, especially if allow any kind of tap or bounce.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see people that train nothing but touch and go, and then think their bench is one thing, and then they go to a competition
and find out different.
And they're either getting red lighted or
1997 I saw a guy
suddenly their opener is
touch and go 315, and that's what he opened with, and he bombed. It was Paul Roch. His first meet.
Really?
Yep.
He bombed at 315.
I saw it. I didn't know him. We didn't know him, but Troy and I were in the gym, and he was over there, and he would scream when he benched, "Oh!" Made a scene. And
at 315.
Yeah, he got up and he goes, "That's what I'm going to open with at the meet." And I was like, we were laughing.
Oh,
sure enough, well, he tried it 3 times, but the pause destroyed him. So, thanks. Now that makes a hell of a lot of sense. James Leach, peppered is now in my vocabulary. I'm sorry. When you're completely shot out, your muscles are sore, and your front delts are fatigued, and you're trying to bench, and it's like your front delts have been completely drained, and they're feeling weak, especially off the chest, you can say, "I'm peppered." Bro, peppered is an infantry term, LOL. Same meaning. A
So,
pepper popper
yeah,
is a
what
type
is
of
it?
target. I didn't know all this.
A pepper popper is a target. Pepper popper is a type of target too. Interesting.
Yeah, peppered. I like that word. I said it on Tuesday night. I looked at Jose. He goes, "I'm peppered." Yeah, 315 felt like fucking 500 when I was pressing it.
Well, now I'm curious if that's really like not really a term. I always thought it was just a term
Yeah, you're just shot out, man.
because I've
Peppered.
heard you saying it since like
hmm
for years and years, but I didn't realize that you specifically got it from Paul and that he might have made it up.
James Leach says here, Crocs are definitely not something for a single and searching man to wear, but I'm married now and built for comfort.
That's fair.
Yeah, you're not going to get much chicks wearing those.
That's funny.
They're
A lot of girls wear them too.
Yeah,
though.
they're goofy looking. It's a good conversation piece, though. I mean, somebody comes up and badmouths them, agree
Especially
with them.
they come with those little so they you can buy the little charms for them.
I saw that.
They're called widgets.
I'm not doing that.
Or no, that's a computer. They're some they have a name and they're
Whoever
little,
made those is as rich as hell,
oh,
too.
fuck yeah, they are.
Leach, I built a home gym over the course of several years, and all the gyms around me are like $60 a month. Yeah, you must live in a pretty big city area, because that's like a competitive price, and everybody's going to stick to what everybody else is doing per se.
Yeah.
Kyle Train, it's a classic budget gym. It's pretty and keeps me civilized. Yeah. It looks like a public gym Kyle Train's at. Nothing wrong with that. Got a bench over there. Got a lot of space. Wine garden.
A classic budget gym.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Like,
It's
is that
like
the name of it?
I know it's
Or
it's just like an off the wall like gym name and kind of built for everybody. But Kyle's gym has a lot of space. I seen that video that he gave me, and I was like, that's a pretty big gym. It's not all crammed equipment together. We have one here where you got to do the matrix when you walk between equipment because it's so much. There's no room in there.
It's
The name of the gym
crazy.
is Pack, and I think it goes hand in hand with how he's got his equipment in there, packed. Wine garden. No,
If
just
anybody
as you get
follows
older,
Goob from
don't
social
let the old man
media,
in.
he did a series like I don't know if anybody does, but he had Pack Gym on there and was ripping the owner a new one, and
Over a trophy.
it all started over a trophy, but then he went and like I don't know if you guys know who Goob is. If you don't, his handle is Goob_U2, and he like exposes frauds in the fitness industry. Like you guys powerlifting community. He's the one, I don't know if you guys heard about like how the USPA got like exposed for all the
Child molester people.
there was like some dirty shit going on in the USPA, and they got exposed like maybe a year or two ago now. Goob was the one that started all of that. He exposes bodybuilders that are doing dirty shit. He exposes a lot of like fitness influencers
it's
that are
entertaining.
editing their photos. Super entertaining. But he did a story on a gym or a gym owner. It does that randomly when it picks up a. You have to pee and you're rushing me. I can tell. But anyways,
And I'm hungry.
and you should look him up. He's super entertaining. But he did he exposed Tino Robles, who owns Pack Gym just down the street from us, who like we don't. Brian used to train in his gym. We don't train there anymore. But it was funny. He did like six or seven videos on him and all the corrupt, like he was claiming to have a degree he didn't have and just all this stuff. But that was totally a tangent. Had nothing to do with what was said, and I can tell you're irritated. So
Oh, my stomach's growling.
let's proceed
it's
to the
almost
next
9.
comment.
Yeah, I'm hungry. And I gotta pee.
You brought up Pack Gym, so I was just okay. Where were we at?
Kyle, right here. My first pause.
My first pause, 1 rep max, was 441 pounds and is what I'm comfortable taking now typically. Oh, okay, that's strong. Pause.
Well, with the correct training, it's gonna go up. Next it'll be 450. Oh, Howard Weingarten, it means you're only as
Oh.
old as you think. Oh, don't let the old
Don't
man
let
in.
the
I like
old
that.
man.
That makes sense
Oh,
now.
I liked
Okay.
Don't let Ryan in, but that's a good one. I like that. That's really good. We're stupid. That's a good one. Don't let the old man in.
I like that.
I like it. You're only as old as you think you are.
James Leach at the bottom.
Thank you for clarifying, Howard.
Yeah.
Thanks for breaking it down for Dumb and Dumber over here. That's a cool saying. I like it. James Leach. I always tell my wife the next book she should read is
The Bible.
LOL. Some of her books are pretty out there.
And some of those books that she's reading are probably entertaining in the mind and
Yeah.
broadens your horizons and thinking. And I don't know if they're fiction or nonfiction or what they're about, but
It sounds
they're
like
enjoyable.
a fiction.
It's a good hobby to have.
But I don't know.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reading is good for you.
Well, tomorrow's speed bench. We're back to speed benching, and most likely the 9 sets of 3, 10 sets of 3 are over. You're going to see us do more repetition work, probably 6 6s, 7 7s, 8 8s, that type of training. And a lot of extension work and max effort. Like I said, we're rotating 4 specific exercises and then rotate them again weeks 5 through 9. And we might do at some point, we're going to be doing a contest, max mini contest in the gym, like a full range. We'll do that later on as that little testing area to see how our progress is going. And that and many other things we're going to be bringing to the table. It should be fun. And what are we at? Summertime's a hard time to train too. You know, there's a lot of vacationing and traveling, and sometimes getting to the gym's kind of hard, but we'll see who shows up, and I know I'll be there because I don't miss.
Oh.
I just sent a video of 405 times 3 pause I did last week. Please, thank you. I post my email in case nobody has it. It's benchmonster@gmail.com.
Wow.
Please send me videos. Makes my job easier. I don't open them until Wednesday morning, so if you send them,
Wow.
and there's some type of message included in it and I'm not getting back to you, is because I keep them highlighted. So Wednesday morning comes, I click on them. That's where I start, put them on my paper, and then I go searching Instagram, Facebook, and anywhere else and find other videos. So, but we should have a speed bench and a max effort to get back to our normal regimen here. And yeah,
460 touch and go.
That's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Self
impressive.
handoff too.
I was gonna say,
I never
did you
see
get a
him.
spot? Did you get a spotter for those ones?
He takes it out himself. A lot
I
of
know
people do
he
that.
usually does, but I'm wondering if he got a spot for those ones because that's a lot
Well, we'll have
to
to
take
see.
out by yourself.
I appreciate the video. Thank you for sending that to me.
Yeah, we will have it on the show next week.
It's gonna
You
stay in
guys
there.
make the show. So.
Not opening it until sometimes Tuesday night. It sounds like Tuesday night I'm gonna be rushing home, getting on Kolb's podcast. That's my plan. So
should put it on the big TV.
the big TV.
Yeah,
I
you put YouTube on the big TV. Right?
Yeah, but I can't interact and post.
Oh, that's right. That was what.
I do it on here on
yeah.
the big Apple 27-inch here, my big daddy. If we had a normal size computer, that camera would be probably lower right here. Unfortunately, it's got to stick over the gigantic screen.
Is that what it?
Yeah. I guess I can pull it closer and aim it down.
Well, see, because you always used to say that, like, if we look at this, that we need to be looking at the camera.
That's the fans.
But
not
when
down
you
here.
when you do that, it looks like we're looking up.
No. Well, yeah, but you're looking at them in their. When you're looking down here, you're just avoiding everything.
Doesn't it look like we're looking up if we look here? Does it look like I'm looking at you guys now, or does it look like I'm looking up?
Probably
above
looking
you?
up, but Kyle, make sure to check what time Big Jimmy starts live. I wasn't sure.
I wasn't 100%. It says 100%.
I thought that was 7.
I agree. The one looks a little bit like a 7,
7.
but what did you think the zeros meant?
7 o'clock. It wasn't 7. I thought it was 7 o'clock. 00.
No, he said I wasn't 100% sure. It was
I'll
a
text
7.
Kolb and find out. I'm sure he'll get back to me.
I wasn't 700.
Yeah.
I wasn't
100
100%.
I need carbs.
What did you think it meant? All the other times that people posted 100
I didn't look.
means 100%.
You're reading those. I'm not. I have to jump in to speed things up because it's 8:54. It's a long time for Benchmonster TV. I'm happy with it, but my
But
stomach's
you have to
growling,
pee.
and I gotta pee. I'm drinking a lot of water.
You could have went pee real
We
quick.
had asparagus the other night. Now that's got a natural diuretic in it and makes you pee. Makes your pee smell
I was gonna
weird
say,
too.
it's supposed to make your pee smell.
Yeah.
I thought that's where you were going with it.
I fucking bought a whole bag of asparagus at Costco. I put it in my refrigerator. 2 days later, it's fucking getting like green slime on the end. I'm fucking pissed.
That's shitty.
How do you get asparagus to like stay fresh? Like it, I don't know either.
I bet you could look it up.
I cooked it the other night, and at the top of the nubs were like slimy and shit. Like, come on, you got to eat it in a day. A little upset there, Costco. Anyway, you guys will see us again next week. You'll be here. I'll be here.
And hopefully all of you guys will be
Hopefully
here.
all of you guys will be here. Appreciate everybody stepping in. The chat box was fun.
Yeah.
We never had a chat box that big.
I can't. I mean, it's been a while. If we have.
And we were joined by Mr. Rijo. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that
Appreciate
was really
that. That's cool.
and- Yeah, no, that was like when it like skipped down and I saw like how far
I never looked down.
I was like, well, no, I don't either. But remember, like when it's for some reason it like skipped down.
Yeah.
And you were trying to scroll back up.
You saw it
and
then?
so we could see. Well, we both did. We're like, whoa, there's a lot.
Yeah. That's cool. Appreciate you guys getting in that
Holy
chat
cow,
box.
I didn't realize there were that many.
You know,
That's
videos and my max effort and stuff only goes to about 725. So chat box definitely helps. She
likes the
fantasy, swords, and sorcery books.
swords, not sports.
Sometimes they're also kind of spicy. Well, that's good.
That's good. Good for you. It's good to read. I like to read the self-improvement.
Ryan
books.
Stafford stepped in here. Says, hi, Ryan. Wondering if you had seen or heard of the coffin bench pad. Saw it on Kolb's YouTube, like Thompson fat pad, but tapers down. Yeah, we have that type of pad we got from Tiny Meeker. It's wide at the top and narrows down at the bottom.
Supposed to help.
Yeah, because that Thompson fat pad I like it, but what I don't like it is because the wider part at the feet kind of digs into your quads a little bit, your inside of your legs. So having that narrower part down there makes it kind of a dream pad. But I wish we had one that had a little bit more foam in it. The one we got from Tiny is real soft foam. I like the little stiffer foam. So, but yeah, coffin. I'm familiar with it. Who makes that, by the way? I have to order one that maybe has a little bit more padding in it. This one's deceiving. You sit on it and you're like, poop, like a loaf of bread. But works good though. But I got a Thompson fat pad up there for my Forza bench. Hesitant to put it on there because it's higher, and then the shorter guys have a problem getting their feet where they want them, and having to do the splits over that wide 14-inch bottom part. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So phenomenal pad though, because you get that upper back support with the wider part up there. Problem is the USPF only allows standard width bench pads, so that's what we have to use. So our 14 wide one is no go in that federation. So
Forget who makes it.
we had to switch over to the other bench recently. That's why you saw videos of the warm-ups and past workouts on that separate bench with the narrow pad.
It'd be badass having a powerlifting style bench to use.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You don't have you don't
Forza.
have one in your gym, do you? That's right. Remember here.
We got 3 Forzas in our
You
gym.
mentioned that. Yeah, we got 3 Forzas.
One of them's mine.
Yeah.
That's what
Which one?
The one with the.
Is it the middle one?
It's got the fat pad. I just spent
So the middle
$300
one.
putting a new wrap on it. $300 I paid for that. The new foam. Jesus. $157 in labor. Probably took them an hour and 15 minutes to do it, if that. So.
Probably. I've never even been on one. LOL. Just Olympic style benches. Ooh, what are Olympic style benches like?
Shitty. Howard Weingart, I'm gonna just Google coffin bench pad and I'll find it. Find out if they're around 200 and some bucks, hopefully, and no more than that.
I
'Cause
believe
I'm-
it's just coffee.
Other people on our team need to start putting some money in. I mean, it helps. Because nothing's cheap anymore.
Yeah,
if
but
anybody's
if they don't
shopping
care
around,
to have it, why should they have to?
because it benefits.
Yeah, but if they don't
everybody.
care to have it,
If they don't care,
like
then
if they
yeah.
don't have a problem with the one we're using, like
Well, it's just it's nice to have.
I wouldn't care enough to put money in for
You
a
don't care.
bench that just tapers.
You're not a good bench presser, so I'd expect for you to say that.
Fuck you.
All right, people. Bench
You're a
Monster's got to
piece of
eat.
shit.
9 o'clock.
Yeah,
He's
we gotta
hungry.
get off camera so that nobody sees what's about to fucking happen.
Chicken
to you.
and vegetables. That's what this
Fucking
kid's
dick.
having. And we can't have asparagus, so it's going to be string beans
You're the one that
or
taught me how to bench.
bird's
That's my
eye,
fucking whole problem.
carrots, corn, and
Fucking douche.
yeah, don't know what vegetables. Oh, I got some baby reds we might throw in. Gonna need some carbs for tomorrow. Gonna speed bench and be moving at short rest period, so probably should have some carbs with this meal. Just send another vid. Thanks in advance. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate
I
that.
love a competition style bench. I'm using my multifunctional squat rack, and yes, I always curl in my squat rack.
So do I. I curl in the squat rack at our gym.
Yeah, he does. Total douchebag.
Yeah. Who's gonna say anything?
His is his own.
I know.
You're just a tool. Just sent another video. Thanks in advance. Thank you for sending the video. Appreciate it. We will definitely play it next week. James, dude's gotta pee and he's hungry. Not a good combo.
Oh, I'm all right.
Keep him away from people till he gets some calories.
I'm good. I'm holding out.
Curls, Kyle says, curls in the squat rack are
Sacrilegious.
sacrilegious unless curling like 2 plates. I'm a unicorn though.
I curl
I don't know.
plate and a 5, plate and a 10.
Yeah, that's not.
No, not 2 plates yet.
No.
I thought I saw Kirill, the Russian bench press world record holder at one time. I saw him do reverse curls with 225. That's pretty impressive. I saw him do that on YouTube or somewhere.
He's a lot stronger than you are.
Well, he's
isn't he?
6'9". I think he's close to 400 pounds or something.
So that's not gonna affect
Not
your
anymore.
bicep curl.
Yeah, reverse curls. Those are good for their bench stabilizers. You want to have like hammer curls, same concept. So, what do I know about anything?
Nothing. It's just so I can set it on the safety arms and not bend over. I hear you. That's why he's doing it.
Yeah.
He's
There's nowhere else to do
not wanting
straight
to
bar
bend
curls.
over.
Yeah, I don't want to bend over. Pick it up. That's like a deadlift. That ain't in me.
And to be fair, we have like
3 racks.
Well, we have 3 racks, but then on the other side, there's like 3 racks too.
I do cardio at some point too.
Did
I
you
missed
know
it.
that? So we technically have 6
Oh yeah, over there
squat
on the other
racks
side.
plus a monolift.
Yeah,
So for us, I mean,
I gotta use that monolift sometime.
curling in a squat rack isn't like the end of the world because it's not like Gold's where there's only like 1 or 2.
Oh.
That's like you're Satan if you're squatting in it. Or if you're curling in a squat rack at Gold's where there's only like
They
1
do
or
it at
2
Gold's
of
too.
them.
That's why I do it
I
there.
know, and it's effed up because there's only like 1. There might be 2 squat racks now, but that's
3
it.
Kyle's posts, and then we got to roll.
My right arm so jacked up. I basically hate to supinate my hand that far. Big stand could curl a lot, man. Like way over a plate on the big easy curl bars, like the one people use for tricep skull crushers. Yeah.
I train my biceps like a bodybuilder too.
You know.
The guns are out. It's sunny outside.
Oh, is that why somebody made a comment about bodybuilders? Because you keep saying you train like one.
No, if I can't power lift and for health reasons, I will bodybuild.
Yeah.
I'll do something. I'm not gonna quit the gym.
Most I ever barbell curled was 135, and it was ugly.
That's all right if you got to swing them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
That's what I've been told.
Just be
Just
careful.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to rip a bicep by,
Big Stan was skull crushing 225 for reps. LOL, no joke.
Stan.
I assume this is Stan Efforting.
If it is,
assume.
I don't doubt that for a second.
No.
That guy, I met him in
believe it.
'97, and he was fucking.
You've met him, like
bench. He almost benched 600, pulled 8. It was crazy. Push pull Wadle meet back then.
well, we've seen him several times.
I know.
since
So,
then.
yeah, that's where I first met him.
Oh, where you first met him. James Leach. 20-something years ago, too. Definitely not recently.
It's all right.
Okay.
The fact that you did it, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't curl 135. I wish I could.
If you trained it, you could. Yeah. All right. Sign us out, lady.
I don't know. Maybe. All right, guys. That was a great chat box.
Yeah, I never thought we'd be on a show
We
till
went a
9.
couple hours with no guests. We've
No
done
guests.
it before with guests, but
You guys are awesome.
you guys wanted to talk to us for that long. I'm honored. Oh, we have like an Brett Frost says your elite FTS pod appearance was legendary.
Oh, absolutely. I pre-planned that because I watched a week before we went and did it. I watched 8 videos and I'm like, I don't want to be like these guys. I'm going to come in and try something different. Of course, I didn't tell Dave Tate that. I just threw a question at him right when he said 3, 2, 1. You're on the air. That's how we start. And then the memories of stories and stuff just come out, and it's fun. I had a lot more to say too, but who was waiting in the wings? Brian Carroll. He was there, and I was past my limit, and I didn't realize 3 hours had gone by or whatever. So I had more things to say.
And people wanted to listen to Brian Carroll, not you.
Well, there's a schedule, and I went over
Just
my limit.
kidding. But I owe you for saying I'm not good at bench. That hurt my feelings. You didn't have to say it out loud.
I didn't. They didn't.
I
hear
know
it.
it's true, but you don't have to say it. It's hurtful.
That's why I want you to get up to 148, so you bench 200. You'll do it in a heartbeat, and it'll be easy. You put on 10 pounds. Watch what your bench does.
I
money,
did put on 10 pounds.
More.
No, I did put on 10 pounds. And
Get to 148 and get back to me.
My bench, stayed the same.
Do some Mendelson shakes. Throw in some food. You'd be like, oh my God, I should have listened to you a long time ago. Oh, blah blah blah. I can already see it.
No, because I did listen to you. I benched 10 pounds. I put on 10 pounds from when you originally said that a while back, and
Kyle says
you were wrong.
Kennelly's Elite podcast was so funny he just let her rip the first 5 minutes. Goddamn right I did. I thought it was funny.
Well, yeah, they were having a conversation, and then whoever, like the camera guy or whatever.
Yeah, we had just talked about something. Yeah.
And
fuck.
Dave's like, do we want to just continue this conversation on air? And you did.
I did. We had a good time. I think you enjoyed it. Everybody enjoyed it. It was fun. Didn't lie about anything. It's all true stories.
A lot of compliments from it.
All true stories. Jack in the Box, the whole 9 yards.
Has Mindy been on there before?
No, they don't want him on there.
But
Kyle, I'm about to start some Mindy shakes and Monster Mash.
I saw Mindy. That's the only reason.
Just Super Saiyan mode. Straight Super Saiyan mode should make a stinky part.
Straight Super Saiyan mode should make a stinky part.
Monster Mash. You'll never do the Mindy shake, the fucking 2,500 calorie 4 scoops in milk. You have to eat that with a spoon. It won't go through a straw. It doesn't pour. Yeah. And I think it was whole milk. It doesn't work. I tried a fat-free milk. It didn't work. I had to drop down 1875 calorie, half water, half milk. Fat-free milk, because fat-free milk's like water. So, all right. Time go.
Oh, one more. Joe. Hello, I wanted to ask if you have any advice to go from a 370 bench to a 405 bench. I've lifted for right about 2 years now, and I'm really struggling to get to the 4-plate mark. Any advice would help.
Technique. I need to see your technique. I need to see your training regimen. I need to know if you're doing speed bench. Are you using bench and chains? Where are your weak points? How strong are your triceps? How do you bench with an arch? Where are your feet placement at? There's a whole bunch of things that need to be looked at, and then we go into the training. And if you're a seasoned lifter, you got 6 years of lifting, have some muscle mass on you, speed bench. That's one thing that'll raise your bench. I've seen a guy do it. Speed bench alone, bench 405 for a single, 9 weeks later, 440 for a double, 450 for a single, twanged his pec on the 450. Just doing speed bench, my speed bench routine. There you go. But technique is everything. So I got to see if you're flat backed, if you're not taking the bar out in your line, right? Just a whole bunch of technical stuff first, and then we go into the training. and making sure you're doing training that's going to equivalent to progress and strength gains. Are you doing the same exercises over and over, expecting a different outcome? Are you rotating tricep assistant exercises and main bench movements? Oh, it just goes on and on. All right. I wonder if that would overload your gut blooms and you'd biomes and you'd north the bloat lord. No. Well, your stomach's going to expand. That's the problem. So your belly does get bigger, but you know, when you're doing shakes like that, I only did 2 or 3 a day. It was pretty rough to do 4, but I was doing 15,000 calories. So that was 6 bowel movements a day. Counted them. I kept track of a lot of things so I could look back and remember. And I usually did 50% weight for 3 seconds, once a minute or so for speed bench. Speed bench, just straight weight. Straight weight, you want to use 65 to 70% of your 1 rep max. We use 45% and double mini band. And that's for guys benching 405 raw at least. So, and we alter that too. So chains, we go 50, 55. But bands that we've dropped to 42, 45, and 47 sometimes. That's like adding 10 pounds each time you do your set. You move out, add weight, move out, and add weight. Always start from the inside and move out. Rest period should be 45 seconds for advanced lifters, 1 minute for new lifters. So, one more, Kyle, and I gotta go. I'm gonna wiggle out of here. Read the last one there.
You're gonna pee yourself.
Well, and
take
I want to
sweet
eat.
time. Mendy carb shakes and Efferding's Monster Mash in the same day is sacrilegious. Stan would get insulted, I bet. Yay, 650 to 70 straight weight.
65 or 70%.
65
yeah.
to 70.
And you gotta get a velocity meter too. And I have one. You hook it to the bar and it tests the force velocity on the concentric curve, and you want 0.9 meters per second. So you got to make sure that speed is correct, and that might be a little less. You know, I have one of those force velocity meters to check that in the gym. I do it by eyeball because I can judge it. Been doing it for so long. But when people don't believe me, it's not moving fast enough, I hook that up, and they got to swallow their words. And they have to lower the bar weight. So that's where the strength explosive strengths develop. So, okay, I gotta go. Bye. Sign us off, Ashley.
All right, he's gonna pee himself.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't know I was gonna be here this long.
You could. Why didn't you just go?
I don't stand
quickly?
up. Only when I'm out of the hospital, and I had to pee like every 20 minutes. Other than that, so
yes, I can use a 0.9 meter goal.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
That's how you know you're moving at the right speed. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for spending your Thursday evening with us. Thank you for joining us in the chat box. It was a great chat box tonight. Lots of great questions, comments, stories, lots of fun things to talk about. So thank you for contributing. I'm just gonna
Fuck
make this sign off like 10
The
minutes.
bathroom right over here. I'm ready to go. All right. Join us next week.
All right.
I'm hurting. I can't squeeze it anymore. It's
All
not
right.
healthy.
All right.
It's so fucking funny.
All right.
Half the time you're not even sitting there when we're doing this fucking show. That's a lot of balls for you to sit there and laugh.
All right, guys. Have a really good night. A great Friday tomorrow. Yay, we made it to Friday.
Friday.
Have Have a wonderful weekend and a great start to your week next week.
Mhm.
We love you guys. Thank you for spending your evening with us. Have a great night. Love you
Night,
guys.
everybody.
Bye.